Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Counterpunch with Counterpunch Boxing News. And I have some new news concerning Andre SOG Ward and Anthony Joshua. Now, Andre Ward gave his assessment of Anthony Joshua and his performance Saturday night. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about. I've seen some videos that say that or claim that Andre Ward was hating. Some said that, hey, he was just being honest. And this is my counterpunch on this matter. Andre Ward. I like Andre Ward. I like his assessment some of the time. But understand, everyone has a, how should I say, everyone has a some person leaves a bad taste in your mouth. In Andre Ward's case, it's Anthony Joshua. Okay? He said that it was a good performance. He did what he had to do. The jab was good. He said, but saying that showed many flaws. Right? And his weight, I felt he should have lost more weight. He decided to trim down, but then he decided to gain weight back. So I don't know what he figured he was doing or whatnot. And this version of Anthony Joshua will not beat this version of Tyson Fury. So, also, Deontay Wilder's the most dangerous guy, and Tyson Fury already got rid of him. So since Tyson Fury already got rid of Deontay Wilder, that shows that he will be able to take care of Anthony Joshua. Well, that'd be Counterpunch. That he said he had a good jab. He did what he needed to do. It was a good performance. And he decided to take it out. He decided to rise to the occasion. Like Andre Ward said, you have to really look for the hatery in it, because it is hatery. And let me explain. The many flaws that they were talking about. You know why that's hating? It's hating because he's not even explaining where where the flaws were made. He's not saying any of that. He's not explaining to you the many flaws. Okay, if Joshua had that many flaws, why didn't you explain them? See, that deciphers hatery from reality. Okay? See, if Anthony Joshua would have done something wrong, he could have at least said, okay, this is what he done wrong. You know, no disrespect to Anthony Joshua or whatnot, but I feel he could have done this, he could have done that, and he didn't do these series of things. The series of things which was explained from or as many things weren't even explained. You're just talking shit. That's what that is. You're just hating. You're saying, oh, he did this right, he did this right. But anything you say after but is pretty much what you really want to say anyway. So basically, blah, 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 blah. But he had many flaws. That's basically how you look at that. Okay? And as far as Anthony Joshua's weight, he did look a lot slimmer compared to how he looked in the first Andy Ruiz fight, and that was the problem at hand. Not how he looked last time, and it was only a 3 pounds difference between what he did or how he looked December of last year versus now. So yeah, he still took the weight off. So yeah, that was a good assessment by Andre Ward when he said it then. When Andy Ruiz beat him the first time, he said he needs to lose that muscle mass. He's not in a bodybuilding competition. I remember that, and I agreed with it. He made a lot of sense with that. But to bring that up now about the weight and seeing that Anthony Joshua didn't seem to get tired, right? He didn't seem to lack. He didn't seem to be overly slow. He didn't have any of that. So his weight shouldn't have had anything to do with anything at all for any reason. So what Andre Ward, if he wasn't hating, this is what he said. Although I wanted him to lose more weight because I think it's better for his speed, he was still able to get the job done without being tired. That's how you say that without hating. That wasn't Andre Ward. Right? And the last thing I want to bring up, right, guys, is Tyson Fury can beat Anthony Joshua because of Deontay Wilder. I keep telling you, this isn't even a triangle theory thing, because Joshua has not lost to Deontay Wilder, and therefore Tyson has beat Deontay Wilder. No, Anthony Joshua has never fought Deontay Wilder, sparred Deontay Wilder, and ain't saw Deontay Wilder since 2017. Okay? So I don't understand where the logic comes from that Deontay Wilder, because he's the most dangerous fighter in the division, you get props for beating Wilder, which he did, but how can you say and are exempt a whole nother fighter just because you beat another fighter? That makes no sense. I keep telling you guys that. You know, you're trying to give him props for beating Wilder, you know, and then the guy is not the best skilled, right? He's not the worst fighter, but he lacks a lot of things. Now, if Andre Ward would have said many, 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 many things about Deontay Wilder, you know what I mean, still, it would have been looked at as hatery, but a lot of people know that Deontay Wilder lacks those fundamentals. They know he does that. They know about that. So I don't know why he would bring that up. And let me also let you in on something. Just because you're a dangerous fighter, even if you're the most dangerous fighter, because of the right hand, doesn't make you the best. Counterpunch. A dangerous fighter is a dangerous fighter. What makes Wilder dangerous? His right hand. Okay, but does that make him the best fighter? No. That's exactly why I want the most dangerous puncher to fight everybody else and see what he can do with everybody else in the division. See, that could solve that right now. See, that all that talking without action, that's just talk. If you put action behind it, there you go. So basically, Andre Ward gave an under mediocre assessment of a guy that he doesn't like, and there's no secret, because remember, Anthony Joshua wasn't even supposed to came back. I don't even know if he can come back. Those are the words from Andre Ward. Oh, I don't think he's good enough. Those were the words of Andre Ward, right? And then he had to swallow those words and say, oh, I think he did a good performance. Well, he did a good performance today, and he got a knockout. Counterpunch. So, was it hating in my book? Yeah. I would say 30% true, 70% hating. Assessment, yeah, it was a hating video. It was a hating remark. Because I think the point he was trying to get across to everybody that Anthony Joshua can't beat Tyson Fury, and he made many, many, many flaws that night despite getting a victory. That's what I got from that particular interview with Andre Ward. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Andre Ward and his assessment. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunched. Peace.